Hi, guys. Sorry, I'm a little bit early. I did not realize some of the time stuff going on for me today. So I'm here. Right now, I'm going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Man, let me just. That better? There you go. There you go. So let me just finish shuffling. Gemini, I'm told, I asked your collective energy, what is this reading going to be about? And I'm told the strings have been cut, prepare to fly. So all the things that you've been experiencing, the really intense things you've been going through that has, I guess you could say, been intended to further your ascension process. It's all culminating in these next few weeks that are coming up. Some of us might be feeling really intense emotions, massive shifts in our reality, things changing. Sorry, guys. I got set up in the kitchen only to have my husband start cooking. He gives 0 fluffs. All right. Here goes. Okay. Oh, gosh. All right, Gemini. Let's get you a couple more cards. Get you as much clarity as possible. I know these past few weeks, actually past few months, have been very challenging, have been very exhausting for most of you. I want to give you as much clarity as we can. So let's see. One more. Okay. All right. So, Gemini, what's been going on? Card number 14, going beyond normal. You've been tasked to hold it together for so long on so many different levels. What do buttons do? They hold things together, okay? The key is in the time you give yourself to think about how to effectively communicate what's been going on, what you've been experiencing. Now, I've said before, Gemini, you like to kind of keep conversation lighthearted. You like to just be fun and help people who are around you to enjoy themselves. But you've been going through quite a bit and haven't really been sharing. Now's the time for you to share. There are people who love you and who want to do, I guess you could say, right by you and support you. But you have to express your needs, okay? You have to be able to express your needs. And yes, it's going to take you a little bit of time to get comfortable with the idea of expressing yourself in that way, but it's something that really does need to happen, okay? Now, you've cut yourself off. And, you know, it's part of how you cope, but you have to know that if you're going to cut yourself off from everyone, because you are going through something really intense, they're not going to know how to help. They're going to take it personally as well. They're going to think that they did something wrong, and then that just creates more complications for you in your journey. Instead, you could probably consider just letting them know, hey, I'm going to be quiet for a while. Just wanted to give you a heads up so you don't think I'm mad at you or anything like that. Okay, so just kind of consider that. But there's also a very real cross-contamination of sorts. I don't know if this is because you're experiencing something that's really hard, and that's what's kind of getting in the way of communicating, or if someone in your circle is saying things behind your back. I think maybe there's two different types. I think for some of us, there is someone in our circle that is saying things and causing drama behind the scenes, for you in particular. And for others of us, it's really just, we have a difficult time and our words and actions are not received in the way that we need them to be received. And so because we're not fully articulating what's going on, what we're going through, it's kind of affecting our relationships with others. Okay. So this is really an amazing time for Gemini. If you can harness some of this communication, that you're very good at communicating, but you usually like to keep things on a more superficial level. So if you can allow yourself to get deeper with other people, just a little bit, the few people that you do trust, it will really, really help you in this time, because the next few weeks are going to be very hard and very exhausting for you. Your next card number 12, every journey starts with a single step. So you have your energetic bags packed. You're ready to take that next step. You don't really know what that next step is or where it's going, but you're ready. You're ready for this. You have to make sure that you go ahead and observe, okay? What do deer do? They observe. Observe every step you're taking, the way people are interacting with you. Also, observe your own actions. Are your decisions being made out of fear? Or are you deciding things after contemplating for a bit and you feel like this is just the best step for you? Okay. And again, this might represent someone who is a very trusted friend, someone who you can depend on, who's very responsible, very trustworthy. So observe people and discern who you can count on and who you should probably just, not really share too much with. Okay. But you've got this. No matter what people are going to try, you totally have what it takes to handle this whole situation easily. Okay. Easily. But it doesn't mean you have to do it alone. It's important you recognize that. It doesn't mean you have to do it alone. Okay. Card number 38, restore and replenish. This is kind of how the past few months have left you feeling. Very depleted, very just beat up from the whole ascension journey. The key to this is in the buttons. The key is in holding it together, okay? Try your best to keep trucking. You have all these messages from soul surrounding you. You're not hearing most of it because you're so overwhelmed with all the things that you're going through. And that's totally understandable, okay? No one gets to judge you for that. It's an overwhelming process and you're doing perfectly fine. So the world card also came up. A lot of things are going to be changing. Your whole world is going to be shifting, okay? Whether it be through addition or loss, your whole world is shifting. And you're going to have to be able to shift right along with it. And I believe you can. You're going to find your power within yourself as well as one other person. For some of you, you might find one other person to really help you come into your own. Okay, this whole process is about you, but you're so used to just handling it on your own that it seems as though soul, where's the box for this? Okay, I don't know where the box is. It seems as though soul wants you to have someone to help you figure things out a little bit, to give you a little bit of assistance. Okay, let's get you other cards. See. All right. Yeah, confirming change. So, Gemini, you got card number 21, Sagittarius, I see. What do you see happening for you? Are you able to really observe the events of your life and just look at it without having emotion involved, without feeling as though you're being punished or any of that? Are you able to really understand what it is you're seeing? Okay. So this has to do with freedom, exploration, travel, honesty, about good luck, favorable conditions. With all of the work that you've been putting into yourself over the past few months, again, it gets very, very intense over the next few weeks. But if you're able to see exactly what's going on, that this is just a growth process, an intense one, but still just a growth process, then things shift absolutely in your favor. Okay? Things become, I guess you could say your process becomes even more accelerated, and it's a beautiful, beautiful time for you. It will be including pain, because pain is one of the greatest teachers, but it will still be a beautiful time for you. Okay? So card number 43, lunar eclipse, change. You're going through massive changes. Massive, massive changes. Be gentle with yourself. Be patient with yourself. You are shifting into a new phase of your life. The way people see you, the way you see yourself, that will be changing over the next few weeks. With the addition of that Lionsgate energy, definitely has been that Lionsgate, man, that gate, period. It's going to accelerate this process for you and make it so much more intense, but also take you to much higher levels of potentiality. It's worth it. The price that you're going to pay is worth it. You are worth it. Okay, Gemini? Second house, owning. You have to own this journey. You have to own this journey. It's not just happening to you. It's happening for you. Okay? Let me look at this real quick. Wealth is the ability to truly experience life. You will own it. The second house is about being grounded in the physical. It's a house of money and is about what you own and movable goods. It's also about solid reality, creature comforts, lifestyle, and areas supported primarily in the physical realm. So, no, this is not just going to be a change in your spiritual aspects. This change goes through your entire life. A lot of things will be happening over the next few weeks. Your entire life, as you know it, is shifting. It's changing. And it could be for the better. It could be for the worse. It really is dependent on how you perceive the changes to be, what you perceive the changes to be for you. Okay? Let's see. Now is the time for you to lay down foundations. Okay? Definitely the time for you to lay down foundations. As you change and your relationship with others shift, you have to reestablish, I guess you could say, boundaries. You have to reestablish quite a bit. You might even find, for some of you, that the circle of people you are interacting with is different. You have new friends, a different circle. Well, that's because you're becoming a different person. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It means you're growing, okay? Let's get you a few kitty cards and then a message from your soul. All right. Hi, Elijah. All right. Let's get Gemini some extra guidance for these next few weeks that can be very difficult. One more. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you definitely need that. Definitely need that. Okay. So you have the Three of Hearts. This has to do with the people you hold close, okay? The people you love, they love you back. Hold them close. As you begin to struggle more and more, you need to allow them to love you more and more, okay? You don't have to keep all your cards to your chest. You can trust these few people with your heart, with your struggles, with your fears, all of that. You can trust them. Let them be there for you, okay? You also have 8 of Spades. What is your octopus? So if you look at this kitty, he looks pretty confused. The octopus has all these arms that are kind of just flailing about. Try your best to make sure you focus your thoughts. You're going to have a lot on your mind over the next few weeks. And I don't blame you. This is a lot of stuff to be processing. But you have to make sure you're able to focus on the things that are important, that are a priority. So you need to begin considering possibly making a list of priorities, prioritizing your life, your day. And you have to be pretty high on that priority, okay? That list of priorities, you have to be pretty high on there. You also have to include the people who love you, the people you can trust to be there for you. 10 of Clubs. This is about decompression, submersion. Your higher self is absolutely submersing you in this intense journey. But if you allow yourself to just sit and soak in the warmth, the heat, you can find a way to relax, to allow some of that tension to release and just feel okay with the journey. All right. Now, this journey is intense. This leg of your journey is very, very intense. And you're probably going to feel very, very sore, very beat up, exhausted all the time. You have to take care of yourself. Allow yourself to be pampered by the people you love. Go visit a spa, get a massage, something, okay? Something. Do something to take care of you. 8 of Diamonds. Competition. Button mashing. No more comparing, okay? Don't, if you're going through something very intense, say it's a family thing, do not compare how you are coping with the way a sibling, a parent, aunt, uncle, cousin, whatever it is. Don't compare the way you cope with the way they cope. We each have our own coping mechanisms. Just because things appear to be as though the individual is coping better than you, it doesn't necessarily mean they are. Some of us hurt more quietly, okay? So don't compare. Don't start that very slippery slope climbing of comparisons. It's not going to serve you. It's really not. It's just going to compound your pain. Oh, here it is. All right. Let's get you guys a message from Soul. Here we go. Oh. You got card number 30, Whirling Goddess. Look at that. That's you leaning back into your greatness, whirling around with grace. Beautiful. So, lose your head. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of the needle. Come, my love, are you dizzy yet? If you can still find your feet, then that is okay with me. But if you can still find your head, then I will take issue. There is a great dance, but it cannot be danced with choreographed steps. No, this great dance demands a response rather than initiation, a reaction rather than a direction. So let us dissemble and lose our heads to the great music, the rhythm held steady in our beating hearts. Our feet shall be moving while our minds, inadequate to the task, take the night off. There is somewhere you're meant to be. It's here, now in this moment. There is a gift right under your nose and fragrant wine in your glass. To be here now, you must pass through the keyhole, but your head will tell you this is not possible unless the door is unlocked. Even though your body is passing through the keyhole of that locked door into the endless world beyond. Leave your mind to be in its struggles for a moment. Without you laying witness to it, your mind will become like the dog howling for his master's return. Even as he steps out the front door. Frustrated temporarily, he will chew on some shoes, then fall asleep peacefully until his master returns. So leave your mind trusting, chewing a little until you're truly through the keyhole when it can rest. Leave it be. Instead, come dance with me. This oracle brings you a message. You are at the point of growth where your mind can hold you back rather than urge you forward. If you have, like so many, used your mind to support you, to shore up your sense of self in a world and to gain a sense of certainty about how the world works, then this is no easy leap. It will seem as though you are being asked to pass through the keyhole. Of course, your mind will stop and argue for all the reasons why the door should be open instead of remaining closed, making the task seem so much harder than it needs to be, but this is the mind in resistance. Do not place too much stock in the claims that life should be other than it is. You're being asked to dance rather than understand, to lay the thoughts to rest and to come alive. It is the bravest, most trusting soul that dares to put the mind to one side and say, tonight we dance, my heart and I, in the great rousing music of the beloved's beating heart, and I will not miss one step. And to awaken the next day and do it all over again and again, you're ready. You're ready. You see, sweet soul dancer, you are ready to live beyond what you know, to have it not matter if you don't understand how life can work itself out, or how it could be that someone so normal and ordinary as you and I could also be so magnificent, wild, and divine. The need for answers and plans, assurances and explanations is passing out of your world now. You are not to wait for permission, for explanation, or even for another dance partner. For I am already inviting you onto the great dance floor. Let go of any stigma around not knowing. When someone asks you what you're going to do next or how you're going to manage, you're given this divine mandate. I do not know. And say that with some relish. Know nothing and dance, sweet soul, for all will unveil itself to you in perfect harmony and timing. Your heart shall create the steps in response to the music of the spheres, happening now, alive and spontaneous and free. This oracle brings you a special message. If there is an issue apparently unsolvable or unknowable in your life now, the divine is handling it. The divine is in the middle of it, working through the knot and unraveling it. Fear not. Do the sacred ritual and give yourself permission to take the night off from worry. Repeat this daily. So, Gemini, you're going through a lot. You don't understand most of it. It's probably intense feelings, intense frustration, sadness, all kinds of negative, heavy feelings running through you. It's okay. You don't need to have the answers. Try your best to be fully present in every moment of your life. The answers will come to you when you're ready to receive them. Okay, Gemini? So I hope everyone has an amazing day. If this video resonated, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell, join me every single time I'm live. I should be going on a podcast in about an hour, so I'll post the link on my Facebook page, and I'll try and also post a link here on YouTube when I go live. I hope I see you guys there. Bye.